Hi, Stone Ridge community, and greetings from 9101 Rockville Pike. I'm delighted to share this video message with you and to welcome you back to campus for our upcoming Centennial Reunion Weekend events. We can't wait to see you back on campus during the weekend of April 28th through 30th. We're kicking off on Friday with a special luncheon for the class of 1973 to commemorate their 50-year reunion. The evening of Saturday, April 29th, we will host the opening of our new Stone Ridge Archival Museum and an all-alumnae reunion. And on Sunday, April 30th, we will host our community-wide Centennial Liturgy. I hope that you will join us, and please be sure to RSVP so that we know to expect you. Our centennial year has given us pause to consider not only how fortunate we are to be part of this mission and amazing community, but also how powerful the story is about the evolution of our school over the past 100 years. Though there is still so much progress to be made, the role of women in our society has evolved dramatically over the past century. It's truly inspirational to think about how all-girls schools like Stone Ridge and the communities of religious women, like the Religious of the Sacred Heart, have been an important part of that evolution. As Stone Ridge alumnae, each of you fulfill the mission that St. Madeleine Sophie Berra set forth for all of us, to bring Christ's heart into the world. During the celebration weekend, in addition to all of our festivities, we will be honoring our Outstanding Alumna Award recipients. This award recognizes several alums who have made significant contributions to their community or profession. To qualify, a candidate must demonstrate dedication to the goals and criteria of Sacred Heart education, a commitment to excellence in her life's work, a loyalty to Christian values, and service to others. And to be honest, there are so many alumna who we could have recognized with these awards, but I think you'll agree that the three women we're honoring this year are excellent examples of the goals and criteria of Sacred Heart education in action. They will receive their awards at the party on Saturday evening of reunion weekend, and during this video, I'm going to share some remarks about their stories. Our Golden Outstanding Alumna Award goes to Maria Shriver in the class of 1973, our 50th anniversary class. Maria is a mother of four, an Emmy and Peabody Award-winning journalist and storyteller, a 7-time New York Times bestselling author, an NBC News special anchor, the founder of Shriver Media and the Women's Alzheimer's Movement at the Cleveland Clinic, and the co-founder of the mission-driven brain health and wellness brand, MOSH. She's also the host and moderator of the Radically Reframing Summits in partnership with Sounds True. A trailblazer for empowering women, Maria uses her voice and her platforms to advance some of our nation's most pressing issues affecting women and women's health. In 2010, she broke new ground when, in partnership with the Alzheimer's Association, she created the Shriver Report, A Woman's Nation Takes on Alzheimer's, and reported for the first time ever that women are at an increased risk for the disease. Today, the Women's Alzheimer's Movement at Cleveland Clinic is the preeminent organization focused on women and Alzheimer's in the world. She also worked tirelessly on behalf of women and families, particularly those living on the brink of poverty, during her time as the First Lady of California from 2003 to 2010. Her life and career are driven by her fervent belief that everyone has the ability to be an architect of change and make the world a better place. Her media company, Shriver Media, and its newsletter, The Sunday Paper, elevates the voices of today's greatest hearts and minds and is a roadmap to living life above the noise. We are delighted to recognize and celebrate Maria Shriver, class of 1973.
Hi, I'm Maria Shriver, and I was just told I'm getting the Golden Alumna Outstanding Award. Whatever that is, I don't know, but it's an award, and it's golden, and it's outstanding, and it's alumni, and I'm sharing it with every single woman who was in my class, the class of 1973. We rock. We're having our 50th high school reunion, and so many of us are coming back to the scene of the crime, to the place we first fell in love with guys who were in another school, to the place we went to our first dances, to the place we kind of got in trouble, where we talked back to teachers, and the place that our faith was emboldened into us, and where we learned that we could do anything we wanted. We were Stone Ridge women. We were set up to go out and change the world. That's what I learned at Stone Ridge. I learned that women were going to be in my village, that I would need other women in my village, and that my voice was needed. It wasn't needed in choir because I was told I was a terrible singer, but I was told it was needed out in the world to change the world, to make it better. So many people tell terrible stories about their grade school or high school. I have no bad stories. I have great stories. I have great stories about playing field hockey, playing tennis, playing basketball, being a cheerleader, playing basketball, and that was the thing. You could do anything you wanted at Stone Ridge. You were good enough for almost any team. You were smart enough to be told that you could go out and do whatever the world wanted of you. So I'm super excited to share this award with all of my classmates, all women who have led outstanding lives, who have moved the needle in so many different ways. They've been mothers, they've been doctors, they've been Peace Corps volunteers, they've been outstanding in every single way. And that's the thing I love about Stone Ridge, is they never pitted us against one another. They told us we had individual qualities, characteristics, talents, and gifts. And when I think of Stone Ridge, that's what I think about. I think of all the fun I had, everything I learned, and I think of the incredible women I met there who I'm still in touch with today. So we are all super excited to accept this Golden Award. We hope there's one for each and every one of us, because you told us each of us was unique, each of us was golden, and each of us was outstanding. So we accept this award. We thank you.
Our Outstanding Alumna Award goes to Dr. Elona Copitz in the class of 1993. Ilona was a Stone Ridge Gator for 8 years, and during her time here was active in yearbook, social action, and campus ministry. Upon graduation, she attended Tufts University, where she majored in biology and minored in American literature. She then completed a master's degree in public health at Boston University before heading to medical school at Loyola University in Chicago. She went on to complete her residency in family medicine at BU and Boston Medical Center, the former public city hospital, providing care to low-income neighborhoods of Boston. During her training, she took part in medical trips to both Guatemala and Ecuador, further inspiring her to focus on underserved communities without access to adequate health care. Her passion also remained caring for older adults, and she completed her geriatrics fellowship at Boston University in 2008. She's a clinician educator for geriatrics trainees, and her past research interests include falls assessments, Alzheimer's disease, and evaluation and function of disability. Ilona is a primary care physician at Upham's Elder Service Plan organization in Boston, a program that provides health care to low-income seniors, allowing them to age in place at home instead of in nursing homes. She has an active role in developing the program's first supportive housing unit in collaboration with the Boston Housing Authority. She was a scholar at the Tideswell Leadership in Aging program at UCSF in 2017, where her practicum project focused on this topic. Ilona is the proud mother of a Sacred Heart girl who now attends Newton Country Day School in the Boston area, paying forward the benefits of a Sacred Heart education as part of the legacy in her family. We are delighted to recognize and celebrate Elona Copitz, class of 1993.
Hi everyone, happy reunion. I am so honored to be considered for this award, and I was so surprised to get the phone call a couple weeks ago from Catherine Carrolls, our headmistress. Thank you. I do believe that so many others in my class and others in other classes are probably far more deserving than I am. Stonebridge holds a very special place in my heart. I'm sure most of my friends can attest to this. I started there at the ripe age of 10 on the blue team, and little did I know that my journey in Sacred Heart education would be laying the groundwork, not only in academics, but also in service to others. The goal of social awareness that impels to action probably has been my guiding light, although I had no idea at that time what it would end up meaning for me. Our memories there are hardwired in my brain, including those of our teachers, like Mr. O'Hare, and the great map of Africa that we made, and Miss Raynone and her writing, and her love of wolves, and all the lessons of Emily Dickinson, and Dr. Audeley and her chemistry experiments. Miss Prince always let us into her office, always offered support and patience and guidance to a group of girls who were really still trying to find themselves. Campus ministry and social action were pillars, and it culminated in our retreat to Manresa, and I know many of my classmates still have the notes that we wrote to each other that weekend. I went on to practice medicine and became a geriatrician to underserved elders in the city of Boston, advocating for their medical needs in a system that is still very broken. But at no point did that goal number 3 become more important than during the time of COVID, when really this horrible disease hit such a fragile population. It was scary, and I really did turn back to my Stonebridge education at that time, not only to help me in terms of goal number 3, but also with my friends, which leads me to the connections of Stonebridge, because that really is what is most important to me and probably what has carried me through all these years. It is really hard to make new old friends. I don't know what I would do without my friends there. And even to this day, 2 of them, girls that I made friends with in the 5th grade, live just a few miles away from me, and we are part of each other's everyday lives. My grandmothers both went to Sacred Heart schools in the 1940s, in Europe in the height of the war. Tragic times, and both of them can tell me stories of how they turned back to the Sacred Heart schools and their friends for all the decades ahead of them. I love Stonebridge. I'm grateful for my time there, and nothing is more a true testament that right now my daughter has just started at her own Sacred Heart education at Newton Country Day. Only a few weeks ago, she came home to tell me about the first congé that she ever saw, and it was beautiful. So congratulations to all the reunion classes this year, especially the class of 93, who I believe are all truly outstanding alumni. Thank you.
Our Outstanding Alumna Award goes to Jordan DeVeaux in the class of 2018. Jordan answered her call to preach at the age of 12 and gave her first sermon entitled The Ultimate Invitation at the 7 Last Words Youth Service at Ebenezer AME Church at the age of 14. Throughout high school, she continued to pursue the life of ministry in addition to her studies, praying to God for wisdom along the way. Jordan recently graduated from Towson University, majoring in psychology with minors in gerontology and family and human services. She has served as a pastoral associate at the Riderwood Senior Living Community in Silver Spring, Maryland, in their Interfaith Office of Pastoral Ministries. Jordan is the immediate past president of the Towson University Student Government Association and a member of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Beyond her leadership roles, she cares deeply about the intersection of intellectual inquiry and spiritual practice. In 2020, she launched the Agape Answers podcast, where she aims to foster a safe space for young adults to deepen their spiritual lives and address relevant social issues impacting young people today. She is currently pursuing her Master's of Divinity at Duke University with a focus in theology and medicine. She aspires to ultimately explore a career in geriatric social work with a specialty in hospice care. We are delighted to recognize and celebrate Jordan DeVeaux, class of 2018.
Hi Stonebridge family, my name is Jordan DeVeaux and I'm class of 2018, and I'm so honored to have been recognized as your Young Outstanding Alumna this year. I am just so elated when I think about my time at Stonebridge and how the service learning model, the social action format was so formative for me. I don't think I would be where I am now if it hadn't been for the curriculum of Stonebridge, awareness impelling to action, and faith being connected to our professional aspirations as well. I am just overwhelmed with gratitude when I consider Martha, who was my social action leader, taking me to a nursing home my freshman year of high school at Stone Ridge, and that changing my outlook on the trajectory of my life, and how thankful I am for that experience. And I don't think I would be at Duke Divinity School now studying theology, medicine, and culture in this triangular way, in this interesting way that informs one another if it hadn't been for Stone Ridge. I think that it was always within me, and I would encourage you, if you are a student or you have a daughter that goes to Stone Ridge, that she does have it within her, and God has placed something in her before she was formed in the womb. But Stone Ridge gave you, or gave us rather, the context to actualize it and understand it. It was a really, really formative time for me, and I'm just grateful to have been honored in this way. And I think that giving hands to what we do is definitely something that I hope to continue in my life. I think I'm a little bit professionally scatterbrained, as I like to say, but I think it's because of the social action model that said when we learn in the classroom, we then go and do things about it. Doing the caregiving that I do now after school is informed by what I do at Duke Divinity School, and that's only because Stone Ridge taught me how to do that. So I hope that you all are encouraged and have a wonderful experience at Stone Ridge that I know I had. There will be ups and downs, but please take the good that happens while you are there. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you all this weekend. Bye!